We've been excited, haven't we? Yeah. Raise your hand if you've been anxiously awaiting. And when you found yourself feeling anxious, were you able to then remember to be right here, right now? Some of the time? Some of the time. Good. Well. Oh, Destiny, do you need to move? Yeah, go ahead. You can do that on your own. You don't need permission. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. Or by Ayana, it's fine if you want to be by friend.
Boys and girls.
Good morning.
How does that feel to be able to just do that on your own and together? Check that out. I didn't even have to say a word, did I? And you were able to bring yourselves into your mindful bodies, to be present right here, right now, and just check in. Just check in. It's a beautiful thing. Looks like you guys have been practicing your mindfulness skills, huh? All right, great. Tell me, what kind of mindfulness have you been practicing? Yes. Sure. Mindful awareness of your emotions. That's a big one. That's a good one. All right, good. All right, you're checking in with that. All right. What else are we noticing here? Yes.
We did mindful eating.
Mindful eating. You've been doing mindful eating too? You guys are rocking it. Okay, good. What else? What else? Yes.
Mindful bodies.
Mindful bodies. Yeah. Okay. One more. What else? What else?
Mindful hearing.
Mindful hearing. So many ways we can be mindful, because we can mindfully pay attention to anything, because mindfulness simply means paying attention to what?
Right here.
Right here, right now. You can pay attention to your emotions right here, right now. You can pay attention to what you're eating right here, right now. Really pay attention to what it tastes like. You can pay attention to sounds in your hearing right now. You can just pay attention to your body right now and check in and see what it feels like. Right on. We can be mindful about anything. It's a powerful skill. Yes?
Yesterday, what we did was we took a triangle, put a string on it, put it up there, and when the sound is from the bell, we would get in our mindful bodies.
Nice practice. What did you notice happened for you when you did that, when you listened to the sound of the triangle?
I realized that I like it, so I realized it's mindful bodies time.
Okay, nice. And what did you notice when you checked in with your body? What was your body feeling like at first?
At first I was like, oh snap, and then I started getting calm.
Yeah, because oh snap, it was kind of what?
It was like ringing out of nowhere.
Oh, okay. And then it called your attention to come back to here and now. Nice. And you did a nice job for it. All right, beautiful, guys. That's great. Did any of you get to practice or use your mindfulness outside of the classroom? Okay, check it out. Tell me about it. Yes. How about
I usually just sit on a chair and I have a timer, so I do it for 2 minutes.
wow. And what do you notice happens when you sit in your bed for 2 minutes? What do you notice happens when you do your mindfulness at home? Silent. And do you notice that feels pleasant or unpleasant for you? Pleasant. A nice way to just kind of drop in and feel pleasant. Yes, please. Get really mad at something at home. For a minute or two, and when you know notice you do that, what do you notice happens for you after you do that? I'm sorry, louder?
I hear different sounds that I never heard.
Yeah, great. And then how do you feel after you've done that, or while you're doing it?
I feel calm and relaxed.
Oh, nice. Do you still feel really mad and tense about things? It helps you kind of chill out, bring it down a little bit, right? And here's what's really important too, and then I'll take one more comment there. Thank you. It's really important to notice sometimes we don't calm down. And that's important to notice too. If we're really jacked up and we're having trouble, we're restless, and we're just having a hard time calming down, well, that's important to notice right here, right now too, so you can figure out how you can take care of yourself. And sometimes when you're kind of jacked up or tense or mad about something, sometimes getting still and quiet helps us. It's what we need. Sometimes maybe we need to run it off, right? Or do some jumping jacks, or maybe even scream into a pillow, you know, or whatever it is, right? But not into, you know, your mother's face. Okay? Don't be doing that. Okay? Right? But we need to figure out what we need to take care of ourselves. Mindfulness helps us notice what's going on, and then we can choose what we need to take care of ourselves. And you notice when you go into your bedroom and sit and do mindful listening for a minute or two, it helps you calm down and not feel so mad again. That's really good to know. Good for you. All right, last one. You were going to add something, buddy. And I'm sorry, again, I have a hard time hearing sometimes. Thank you. Same thing. When something happens at home, mom makes you mad or anybody makes you mad, go in, take some space for yourself, lie down, reconnect, right? Reconnect. Beautiful. All right. We're going to practice today a particularly powerful mindfulness skill, and I bet you've been doing some of it. I think you have. We're going to practice mindful breathing today. Breathing. Now, have you been doing any mindful breathing exercises? Yeah, a little bit, checking in with your breath, but we're going to do some more today, okay? And we're going to do a little warm-up exercise. We're going to do some playful breaths and just kind of see. Remember, mindfulness is paying attention to here and now in a certain way, right? That certain way is not judging and not criticizing, but noticing what's here and now with kindness and curiosity. Let's get curious about what we're noticing right now. So, I want you to get curious and just see what you notice starts happening inside your body or your mind when you do these different breath exercises. All right, ready? The first one we're going to do is Spider-Man breath. Have you all done Spider-Man breath? No. Oh, it's your lucky day. Here we go. All right. So put your hands out. And on the in-breath, bring them in. Breathing in. And then, like Spider-Man shooting his web out, blow it out. And in. And out. And in. And out. What do you notice how you feel now? How's your body feel right now?
Kind of relaxed.
Kind of relaxed? Energized, yeah. Energized. More right, so you might have kind of relaxed it, or might have helped you feel energized. Good to know, right? Okay, yes?
My arm's starting to feel more better.
Oh, good. Your arm's starting to feel better, like stronger. A bonus. Okay, good. Yeah, you might have some restlessness or tension or achy in your arms, and that can help blow it out and loosen it up. That's really good. Good to know. Okay. All right, how about this one? Dolphin breath. The dolphin dives out of the water on our in-breath.
I think I know how it does.
And as it dives slowly, gracefully back into the water, we breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathing in. And out. Swimming with the dolphins. And out. Breathing with the dolphins. In. And out. Gracefully moving along. A couple more. Notice about how your body feels right now. Yes.
I did both arms and I made my arms feel better.
Okay, good to know. What do you notice about the rest of your body?
Since we were doing it slower, I felt more relaxed.
Yeah, nice. That's kind of a calming breath,
It
isn't it?
made me tired.
Tired, yes. Made you notice you were tired. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So sometimes we can have some energizing breaths if we're all tired and grumpy and slumpy. Maybe we need to go, right, to energize ourselves. Now, not in the middle of Mrs. Sowers giving you a spelling test or anything. All right? There's a time and a place for this, right? But sometimes we need to energize ourselves. So let's get all energized. And sometimes we need to just kind of smoothly chill out and bring it down. Crocodile breath. Big open breath in. Open your mouth and close that crocodile out. Open the jaw. Close. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Energizing or calming breath? Energizing. All right. Okay. Butterfly wings.
These are going to be calming.
You think? When you just say butterfly, it already starts to feeling calm, doesn't it? So let's slow it down. Slow motion butterfly. Landing gently on the floor.
What? Oh, I don't know. What is it?
Yeah, you feel more relaxed? You have the power inside you, if you're paying attention with your mindful mind, to get energized when you need it, to relax and calm down when you need it, and either way, to help you relax and refocus. All right. One more. Couple. You want to keep doing a few more? Is it okay?
It's okay with me.
All right. Tense shoulder and neck breath. Ready? Breathe in. Out. Out. In. Out. Shoulder breaths. How do you feel now? How do you feel now? Kind of all jittery, shaky, like hyperventilating, like, whew. Anyone feel dizzy?
I feel tired.
I feel a little dizzy. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's do now still body breaths where those shoulders don't move at all. In fact, see if you can breathe without any of your body moving. Ready? Go. Just see what you notice.
Well, you sound like you don't believe me.
Okay, thank you. What did you notice? What did you notice?
I noticed that your stomach's always going to move,
Yeah.
but the rest of your body is not going to move.
Very interesting. He noticed that his whole body could be still, but if he's breathing, not the whole body, there was like his belly was just moving up and down a little bit, the belly breath, which is what we're going to do next. So good noticing. Thank you. Yes.
I noticed that that since we did this, and since you always have to breathe, that even if you're like sitting perfectly still, like even if you're sleeping, you're still moving because you're still breathing.
Yes. Isn't that interesting? We never noticed that before. Sometimes we think we get totally still, but if we're breathing, we're not totally still,
And
right?
if you blink.
You might blink or you might have your belly breath going. All right, one more comment. Yes.
When you get still, you actually breathe.
Yes. Yes. When you can get very still, you can breathe without moving hardly at all, but a little bit of chest or belly breathing. Well, let's do that. We're going to do some more belly breathing today. Is the last breath we're going to do. We're going to practice this for a few more minutes. I'm going to challenge you to see if you can do it for a minute or two. Let me tell you what else we call the belly breath. It's a very special mindfulness exercise. It's one of our best superpowers that we have. And it's what we then sometimes call the anchor breath, an anchor breath. So we're going to use our belly as belly breath as an anchor for us, for our attention. So check this out. What does an anchor do for a boat? What does an anchor do for a boat? Somebody I haven't heard from. Thank you all very much for participating. Somebody else. What does an anchor do for a boat?
It drops to hold it where the people on the boat want it.
Yeah, it helps keep that boat in place right where you want it to be, right? Because what do boats do sometimes if they're not anchored? What does a boat do? Keeps on moving, it drifts away, and that anchor just gently tugs and pulls it right back and be in place right where you want it to be or where you need it to be. And the boat starts drifting off again. What does that anchor do? It just gently pulls it back to right here, right now, where it needs to be. And sometimes stormy seas, and it starts tossing it all about. We're all agitated, and the stormy seas are agitated. And sometimes our minds get like that, don't they? And the boat's being tossed about in the seas, and what does the anchor do? It helps keep it safe right back here where it needs to be. Safe and strong. Here and now. That anchor helps that boat be where it needs to be. And we can use our anchor breath to help our attention be where it needs to be. Because, just saying, how many of you sometimes have a mind that wanders off? That starts drifting off, right? Yeah, often our minds, our thoughts start drifting off, right? Like maybe you were not even paying attention to me right now. And you went, oops, wait a minute, what did he say? And then you came back to pay attention again. Every time you come back, that's a mindfulness exercise. Our minds are going to drift. That's okay. What's powerful about mindfulness is it helps us notice when they drifted, and using that anchor, we'll use our anchor breath to help bring us right back to where we need to be. Okay? Yes?
If I like get a chipper or something, my dad gives me like a super duper long talk. Sometimes I get bored on the couch and I'm like, and I start thinking of like water.
Yes, you can get very distracted. If you're having a very long lecture or talk that you kind of can tune out, and then maybe sometimes you go, oh, wait a minute, let me bring myself back and notice what's my dad saying right now, or what's my teacher saying right now, or what's the work I need to be doing right now, or if I'm in the batting cage in a baseball, at home plate in a baseball game, wait, I better not be my mind wandering. I better be paying attention. Is that ball coming in yet or not? Right? Okay. All right. Okay. I'd love to, but I'm going to be running out of time, so I think we've got to get to our practice. So thank you all for your participation. So let's practice this belly breath, this anchor breath for a few minutes, all right? I'm going to really challenge you on this one. Hi, welcome. Quite all right. All right. So let's, for this one, get in our mindful bodies, sitting upright in a way that's alert yet relaxed. Letting our bodies settle into stillness. We're still and quiet. We may notice sounds or people coming and going, distractions around us. We may notice distractions inside of us. And then we just say, oh, I can just come back to my body right now and notice if I'm sitting still and quiet, or what I need to do to let my restless body become a little more quiet and still. For this one, I'll invite you to let your eyes close and gaze gently down in front of you so you're not looking around so much. So you can bring your full attention to your breath. And just start to notice what it feels like in your body as you breathe in and breathe out. Breathing in, quietly noticing. Feel your breath coming in your nostrils, swirling down your throat, filling your chest or your belly. On the in-breath, what it feels like as you let the breath out. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice a distraction, just notice, oh, distracted, that's okay. Bring your attention back to your breath, to your anchor spot, where you may feel your breath, especially in your belly, right here, right now. You might gently take one hand and place it on your belly button. Just place it softly resting on your belly. And now for the next 3 or 4 breaths, see what you notice about your hand on your belly as you take a soft, slow breath in quiet, deep breath out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Belly rising. Belly falling. Notice your mind wandering right now. See if you can gently bring it back to your anchor, to your belly breath. See if you can focus for 3 more breaths right on that belly, rising and falling. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing here. Breathing now. Okay, thank you very much. How many of you noticed that it was easy to keep your attention on your breath the whole time? How many of you were able to keep your attention on your breath the whole time? Yeah, pretty much? Okay, good to know. How many of you noticed that sometimes you got distracted and your mind wandered off to either some thoughts or sounds in the room? Yeah. And how many of you were then able to bring your attention back to your belly breath? That's mindfulness. That's the power. We're going to get distracted. What we're going to do is use our anchor to bring us back. Bring us back over and over. Oop, distracted, distracted. Come back here and now. Distracted, distracted. Come back. And we use our breath as a nice anchor for our mindful attention. Do you know why we use our breath as a very special anchor for our attention? Why might we use our breath as a very special reason? Any ideas? Yes.
Because it's something that you don't really need to work hard to do.
Yeah, that's true, because it's always what?
It's always happening.
It's always happening. It's always there, right? Our breath is always present. It's with us at all times. And the beauty is, we don't have to pay attention to our breath. Thankfully, our body's always breathing already, right? But that means it's an anchor that's always there for us that we can go, oh, let me check it out. And I can pay attention on purpose here and now too. So that's how it can help us, okay? Yes? Yeah, you don't need to focus on, and you can at any time. That's what's cool about it. Yes?
So, like if you were in math class and your teacher was teaching you, and you think of us or you're not gonna teach you been practicing with you because you would just like it on.
That's right. That's absolutely right. And you can use it, just anchor myself. So I'll often say, if you're really lost or distracted or discombobulated or upset or mad or confused or anxious or nervous or frustrated or just dazed and confused, you can go, let's just take 3 mindful breaths. And you can finally say to yourself, oops, wait a minute, let me come back to my anchor and take 3 mindful breaths. So let's just do it right now. Just right now, go ahead, wherever you are, wherever your mind is, just come back and focus on 3 belly breaths right now. Did it help you relax your body and refocus your mind here and now? I love the power of the belly breath, using our anchor breathing to help us relax and refocus whenever we need to. Beautiful. Yes?
What do the bubble breath?
A bubble breath? Do you have a bubble breath you can show us? I like it. All right, let's try it. All right, let's breathe in a big bubble breath. Blow those bubbles. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. We have a new breath we can play with. Wonderful, thank you.
When I came in and taught lessons with them, probably over half the class said sleeping is a difficult time with them, for
Yes,
them. So we
yes.
talked about that you can do mindfulness to clear your mind before you go to bed, so it's not racing around and it takes an hour to fall asleep.
Absolutely.
So some people have been trying that, I think.
It's anyone using their mindfulness at bedtime to help you be able to relax and fall asleep better, it's a good time to do it. Absolutely. Beautiful, beautiful. Guys, this is great. A lot of fun, okay? And you can keep using this. We use our breath because it's always with us at all times, and check this out. No one even has to know you're doing it. It's an invisible superpower that you have with you at all times. Okay? You can just go. And you don't know that I'm focusing on my breath right now, but I'm anchoring my attention, right? So I can now be ready to go, okay, what do I need to do? Let me just do it. I'm nervous about doing this. Pause, breathe, proceed. I'm frustrated by this so much. Pause, breathe, proceed. Pause, breathe, proceed. Pause, breathe, proceed. Pause, breathe, proceed. Right? Dig it. You can do that. You can use mindfulness that way. Better get on to my next stop. I'll let you get on with your day. Thank you very much for having me. Let's end with one more round of 3 mindful breaths together at the sound of the bell. Beautiful. Beautiful, boys and girls. Thank you so much for your attention. Keep on going, okay? Keep on practicing. And thank you for having me, Mrs.
Thank you
Sowers.
for joining us. And what do we say?
Thank you. You bet. Keep on going, guys. All right. We'll see you.
Thank
We
Take
have
care.
one friend, we have something to give to you, Dr. Montminy.
Oh, you do? Oh, my goodness. Well, thank you very much. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Should I open it now or something?
If you want to, you can. Everyone wrote an individual
Wrote a
note, so
little
there's
card?
probably you might want to sit down and enjoy it. You might want to not
I will.
rush through.
Well, thank you all so, so much.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
Have a great day.
All right,
Thanks
you
for
too.
visiting again.
You
Thank
bet.
you.